Hello, welcome to another edition of Really, I'm a Grandparent. I'm your host, James Lott Jr. I want to talk to you about actually a serious subject that's been on my mind for the last couple of weeks, really hitting me. It's been on my mind the whole time, but it's hitting me the last couple of weeks. Grandparenting through a pandemic. At this point, I have not seen any of my grandchildren since the end of 2019. At this point, right now, we're in February of 2021. So that means in 2020, for the first time since they've been born, I did not see them at all in one calendar year. And now we're going into a new year, and it's already almost March, and I don't know where the end in sight is. So for those of you guys out there like me who don't live near your grandchildren, or because of age, there's some older grandparents out there who can't see the grandchildren because of the pandemic and the risk that it might take. I feel for you. I got a little depressed about a week ago. It just was really hitting me hard that I have not seen. Now, yes, I can talk to them. Yes, we get an email and FaceTime and Zoom and all that. Not the same. It is not the same being in the same room. And I think, and there's some folks like, well, you just get the FaceTime and stuff. I hate people say that to me. Don't say it to somebody when they can't be in the same room with their loved ones. There's a difference between being in the same room and being across this technology. That's not comfort. As it should be an indictment either. You're allowed to feel like you miss them. You're allowed to be upset you can't hold them or see them or hug them. Anybody's allowed to do that. Please don't belittle that by saying things like, well, at least you get to talk to them, or it could be worse, or this. It is worse. Doesn't matter. Especially if you're like me, I was very active in their lives. I see them many times a year. We didn't live in the same city, but I always came and saw them. And I live in Los Angeles, and they live in Sacramento, which is not close, but not far. By plane, like an hour, drive about 8 hours. But so it's not close enough for me to just go pop over, but it's not so far to have to go across country. You still have to make a trip. Like if you have to go, you still have to put everything together to go see them. It's not just you get in the car and that's it. You have to plan and the whole 9 yards. It's still something you have to do. And so I think people sometimes just, forget that, if you're involved in someone's life and suddenly you don't see them and the choice you can't see them. And see, I had half a year I couldn't see them when I had Bell's palsy a few years earlier. I didn't like that. But I did see them that year. I saw them before I had Bell's palsy, so I did see them. And on the onslaught of the pandemic, I was about to head out to see my granddaughter Scarlett for her birthday in March last year. Canceled that. It's tough. And I just want you guys out there how you're feeling, I know some of you are like, well, I haven't seen my grandchild in a month or two, and they live nearby or live in the same city. I'm not saying that's not bad. I'm not about the pain Olympics, where my pain's worse than yours, but in some cases it is worse than yours. It just is. I mean, in this case, it is. In this case, you get to see your grandchild, at least you saw him a month ago. But I will say that it's still bad because you still miss them, especially if you're very involved with the grandchildren. That hurts too. It totally hurts. But just somebody like me and others out there who haven't seen their grandkids in a year, almost a year, over a year, it's really tough. And I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone. I have other people I know who can't see their grandkids either due to stuff. And so it's just tough. And for the grandkids who can't see their grandparents, I feel bad for them. They're just kids, or even adults who can't see their grandparents, who are close to their grandparents and they can't see them. The ones that are in nursing homes, the ones that are back east, or you live out west, or you live over here, they live over there. They live in France, you live here. It's tough all around. And I know we're missing people, period, just all around. Everybody's missing certain people. They have siblings and stuff. But for the sake of this podcast, it's the grandparenthood. I loved my grandparents. I was very close to them. I used to go see them whenever I felt like seeing them. So it's really weird that I'm getting cut off. And we're trying right now, because we're now a year into this pandemic, basically. I'm trying to figure out a way to do this since vaccinations are happening now. My parents are getting vaccinated and stuff. I'm not vaccinated yet and don't know when I'll have that happen. But testing, this virus is so strange. And I've worked so hard not to have it this whole year that I don't want to go on a whim go up there, see them, and catch it. Not saying necessarily from them, but from my traveling there on a plane or a train or whatever. So I'm looking into the filtration systems of air, how they're cleaning places. Hotels, like which hotels do you stay in? Do you stay in a nice hotel because it's chances are it'll be cleaner? Or you stay at a cheaper hotel like I used to? I mean, it's so many decisions you have to make. Um, just so you can see the kids. Just even get like an hour or two with the kids. That'd be great. And yes, I am grateful. I have their phone number. Like they're all my grandkids are older, so they're all got phones. So I can text them or call them or FaceTime with them if I want to. But it's just kind of like, and for two of my grandkids, their birthdays are coming up. My birthday's coming up. We always hung out together. Mother's Day's coming up, things like that. So it's kind of a weird, like, dang it, really? This is too much. So I'm with you. I stand in solidarity. If you can't see your grandkids, or you're a grandchild who can't see your grandparents, I'm hoping this something happens soon so we can start doing this and seeing them again. I miss laughing with them as they're growing up before my eyes, but not in front of my eyes. Time goes by fast, period. And it's like this, it's just going by faster. So I'm trying to work through it, trying to hang in there. And so I'm just sending you the same, I'm sending you solidarity. Hopefully you can hang in there too. It's too much. I'm James Lott Jr. You can follow me at James Lott Jr. everywhere. On Twitter, it's James Lott Jr. 1. Everywhere else, it's just James Lott Jr. TikTok, everything. And we'll see you next time.